Playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, climb down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. I've had that song in my mind all morning. It says so many of you say this is like sitting down and having me visit you in your living room. Ta-da! Well, welcome everybody. And no, I'm not, well, yes, I'm always this crazy, but I don't usually start off with the song at the beginning. I want to welcome everybody to who's watching Naturally Kim's Knitting. Yes, this is a podcast where I do knitting and spinning and dyeing and just all kinds of crazy crafty things from Lima, Ohio. Anybody who's new here, I apologize for this beginning. No, I've not had too much caffeine. I guess I'm kind of in a good mood because I just got a call from my neck doctor and he scheduled my surgery. Rescheduled it because it was supposed to have been today. And I've been rather down about it because I just want to get rid of this pain in my neck and I just want to be able to turn my neck a little bit. So anyways, that's coming up in a couple weeks, which is like a week. Well, actually it's like half a week before my daughter's going to be here visiting. But you have to do what you have to do. And you know what? I get to spend, even though they're going to be off doing lots of things during the day, I get to spend the evenings with my grandchildren and my daughter and my son-in-law. So life isn't too bad. So, hey. Anyways, today is May 3rd. I believe tomorrow would have been my mom and dad's anniversary. I always get it confused. They eloped. And I kind of think, see, my daughter and her hubby don't actually celebrate anniversary on the day. But I was thinking today was their anniversary too. But I don't know. If Derby is this weekend, it very well could have been. Since they don't celebrate it, I have it written down in my calendar book. Yes, I do. But since they don't celebrate it, we don't make a big fuss about it. Even though I'm very happy that she invited her hubby to be part of our family. Anybody who's crazy enough to want to be part of our family, hey! Or they don't mind our craziness. In fact, Memorial Day, I'm going to have my son-in-law, my daughter, my brother, my son, and his girlfriend all here. I am excited about that. They don't come. I haven't had them all together in this house since they were living in the area. Wow. Exciting. Well, if I'm going to keep going like this, I'm going to be just gabbing and never get to anything. So, let's see, I've welcomed you guys. Oh, I thank all the new people who are here first time viewing, and I want to welcome back all the return viewers. You guys are so wonderful. I love you all. Welcome to my craziness. This is my life. Okay. Because of issues with arthritis in my thumb and my neck and everything, I was going to have my milkweed done this week. I really was. Well, silly me, thinking I know how to put together a pattern. I'm going to get rid of this pattern because I keep all my patterns in a file on the internet. Sorry, I know when I put my hands in front of the screen, it goes back and forth. I'm sorry. Anyways, so I thought I'm going to throw this away because it was looking ratty. I mean, I've been using the pattern for a couple of years. It was looking ratty. So I threw it away. And then I realized the way the collar is made, like this is your lapel, and then where it turns into just collar, it comes around. And I'm not sure how I do that. So I got the side seams stitched up. I got the sleeves stitched up. But I don't have the collar or any of that stuff done. So I said, a link to my hubby, and I asked him to print it because we don't have a printer in the house. Can you believe that? I was going to have it done. And it pretty much matches my hair. Yes, it was purplized last week, but I didn't really say a whole lot about it. Anyway, so sorry, I'm not showing you my milkweed this week. Hopefully next week. Okay. Let me show you. I have, like I said last week, I have been keeping up on my annual temperature Afghan. So basically, let's see if I can get those in there. From this one all the way across and up on this row are the zigzags I've done for the last week. Ta-da! Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And the whole Afghan will not even fit on screen. And that's my temperature Afghan. It's made out of, I gotta get the right one. I was gonna say, no, it's not. It's made out of KnitPicks Wool of the Andes sports yarn. I had to order some more today because as we're getting into warm weather, I'm realizing I'm not gonna have enough. So I ordered a couple skeins of the 3 most used in the summer, and plus they're having a sale on all their wool yarn, and since this is wool, I went ahead and got it. Anyway, so that's made out of KnitPicks Wool of the Andes sports weight yarn, but the Afghan itself is the 10-stitch Zigzag by Frankie Brown. It is, excuse me, it is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's a lovely pattern. I don't know using it as an annual temperature Afghan. It was the best choice for me, but it works. It works. It's going to be a long, long Afghan, though. When you think how big weeks we are into the year, and I've got so much more to go. But that's okay. For the temperature part of it, I went to weathergan.com and put my information in, and they sent me they update my graph every day so that I can keep up to date on it. Okay, then in addition to that, as I've been talking about, I have my daughters, and I've been doing pretty good on it. Yeah, that's the right way up. Except I made one mistake, but I'm hoping it's not going to make a difference. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll show you my mistake. Let's see. Yes, it's this one right here. This one right here. Because I was going along, and yeah, I'm going along, and for some reason, I decided to put a little square up there. But that's okay. It will work in. I don't know that it will be the right color. Excuse me, a ball of yarn just fell on the floor. I don't know that it will be the right color calendar-wise, but I don't think she'll be too picky. I love this. This is made out of KnitPicks Swish DK, and I love this. I love working on, oh, and the pattern is Memory Blanket from Ravelry, free. I love bouncing, sorry, I got a piece of, oh, it's probably alpaca. I love working on this when I bounce on my bouncy ball every day. Same thing with my other Afghan. I love the feel of them. And it just makes that time go so fast. Sometimes I get 2 squares done on this and a zigzag on my other one, and I have time left, and it's like, ooh, do I go ahead and put another block on, or do I find something else to do? Usually, well, it depends. I can have other things to do, or I just get crazy and put another block on. Okay, so those are the 2 Afghans. I haven't updated the picture on Ravelry for my annual temperature Afghan yet, but I will be definitely before I have surgery. I just like to have enough change in it that, you know, you can tell. In fact, I probably should do it because this is the beginning of May, and I want to try to start doing it monthly. So anyways, yeah. So. Those are my Afghans. Oh, and there is an annual temperature project knit along. If anybody wants to enter it, there is a thread on Ravelry under annual temperature craft along, not knit along, and you can knit, crochet, whatever. And it's going to go until July, yeah, that'd be something, huh? June 5th of 2018. and then we will draw for winners. And I'm hoping people are just waiting to put entries in, because I'd much rather see progress as you go along, but I understand. Some people don't want to show their work off until they're all done, and I totally understand that. Nothing's wrong with that, so hey. Okay. These two things, when I got off last week, well, actually I had 3 things. I was going to be finished with 1 sock of my Jayne sock, both socks of the socks I don't like to mention the yarn, and I have another sock. Where is it? You guys could probably tell me. I have a 3rd sock. Jayne's, that one. Oh, my pattern testing one. I was well, the sad thing was, I thought I had my pattern testing one done. Saturday was my hubby's birthday. And with my neck, I can't go on car trips very easily. I can, but I pay for it the next few days. So he went to see his father and for his birthday. And I said, you know, it's your birthday. Do what you want. I was going to sit at home and finish the sock. I finished the sock. However, I don't know where my mind was, but I made the foot like at least 1 inch too short, and the cuff was shorter than the other one. So I had to go back and redo some of the foot. So yes, I would have had this finished. I would have had 1 sock finished this week. This is, I can't show you the other side because this is Cece's. But even though I'm not having it done for her as a pattern test, because with my neck, I can't guarantee when I'm going to be knitting. But that was my own sock yarn for my husband. And when I can reveal what it is, I will. I just wanted to show you the sock pattern. And I will be to the heel. Oh, it depends how much I work on it. Sorry, I am horrible at this. Today, tomorrow, sometime. So that was that one. Then my Jayne sock, I was going to have 1 finished this week. I was bound and determined. Well, I sit down, I prop my neck up, and sometimes I just can't move. So Jayne's sock isn't much farther than it was last week. But I still love it. And she loves the fact that she's got a yarn named after her, and she's got a sock pattern named after her, and she's so cute. I love her. I love you. I love you too, Jenny. So Jayne and Jenny, they're 2 of my, and Linda. Sorry, Linda. I say Jayne and Jenny because they're my 2 J friends. JJ. And then I'm K, and then Linda is my L friend. JKL. JJKL. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But we're hoping to get together sometime in May for a lunch. So I may have to let them know. Well, I am going to let them know what my cardiologist says today. We have a good time when we get together. These are the 4 ladies that I had in the picture for the ladies' tea that I went to. It was in fact, us 4 ladies made the very center of their church's bulletin last Sunday. Jayne actually sent a picture of the bulletin to me. She was so cute. Anyways, I am almost finished with this sock. A few more inches on the cuff, and then I will do the ribbing off. And I do want to get it finished because when I go to the hospital, I'm going to have something that's straight knitting, and so I'm thinking I might get a sock started and take that and a Chemo Cap and see which one's easier for me to knit on there. I'm not sure. Anyways, I have a Chemo Cap I put on the needles too. And this is a smaller one. You know, all kids of different ages can end up with cancer. Sorry, my Kindle camera, I know exactly where it's at, and it does everything in the right direction and everything. And this one does it backwards. So anyways, this is my next Chemo Cap, children's Chemo Cap, and it's made out of Felici Pinata. Ta-da! I loved all the colors in there. So when I saw it in the catalog, I had to get some. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It is beautiful. And it's soft. I hope they love it. I'm not sure if they're going to like this one. This is the one I had on the needles last week. I did finish it. And it was made from Tofutsies. However, I asked my husband, I don't have the ends in yet, excuse me. You know me. That's the story of my life. Don't have my ends done. I asked my husband what he thought. He didn't think it was going to be too rough. I just worry because, you know, kids that have been through chemo, their scalps can be tender, and I don't want to make anything that's going to be itchy. But we will see. I like it. It turned out okay. It's just that I don't know. So that's my second one I finished. The ones on the needle are number 3. So that's everything that on my needles. Everything that's finished. Yes, that's the only thing I have finished. Oh, wait a minute. I did want to show you something. So just a moment. Silly me. Instead of starting taping again, I turned it off. And I was just talking away. Anyways, you guys all know that I spin. Well, I wanted to show you this. This is a purple variegated roving that I've put together with some of the white that I get from Wool Bothy. And it's a bulkier yarn. And I've got enough of the purple to make another skein. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to try to make a hat out of this. Because it's not, I don't think it's too itchy. I think it'll be okay. If not, I'll donate it to our church, to the, we have something called Spread the Thread, where people who are in need can come and get the clothes that they might need or food that they might need. And I could always make it for that. But I love it. Of course I love it. It has purple in it. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So that was a combination of Wool Bothy and some other that I had on hand. But I do love it. It's so pretty. Now, something else that made me terrifically happy is I just finished the podcast last week, and probably within a half hour or an hour, the mailman came. And the last of my Wool Bothy came. The last that I have ordered right now. I'm going to order some later on, but when I need it, but not right now. But look at this one. I think I have 3 little cakes of that. I forget how many I have of this, 9 or something. This is like a lace weight. And I don't usually work with lace weight too much, but I'm going to try it. And I want to see how it turns out. So, Wool Bothy, I love you. And then in addition, not on the same day, but on another day, I got a bunch more roving. Oh, I can't remember her name. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Well, if I remember it, I will put it in my notes. Anyways, I got a purple. I got green. Now, they don't come like this, but I like to separate them down. It makes it easier for me to spin. I got a baby color. I actually have 2 balls of this. And the one I call Ireland. Isn't that cool? I'm sorry. For me, it's so cool. I love those colors. This was like Christmas or my birthday or something this week. Oh, I don't know if I ever showed you guys. There's this pattern out there to make kitty socks that end up with a kitty cat face on them. And I've been wanting to make it for my granddaughter and possibly my grandson if I can get it to turn out right. Well, I know kitty cats aren't generally this color. I know this, but I kind of liked it with the white. And it'll be a dark and it'll be a white together. I was afraid to be honest with their cat's colors. It would have been more like a gray and a golden. But I like this. And if I have enough yarn, I'll make some for her and some for him and all that. And then just because I liked this color, I got some Chroma Twist fingering in the drawing room color. Gee, what will I do with that? I don't like making socks, do I? You guys know I do. Let's see. Then I want to show you this because I have talked about how my friends Ted and Luann Gum, hi guys, they give me alpaca that I spin. And I wanted to show you because I think I opened my last bag yesterday. Last bag, guys. I'm talking to them. Not that they watch the whole thing, but this is what it comes with. Now, picture a big garbage bag. But look at that. And this one actually has bits of blonde in it. I'm probably not going to find any because I just mentioned it. But yeah, there's some that's blonder. So, when I get that purple and white spun up, that's going on my wheel. I'm going to mix it with something else because it's great to mix with something. So, wow. I love spinning it. It is so, so soft. Can you tell I have a thing about soft yarn? I love soft yarn. What can I say? So that's one thing that's made me happy this week is all my bulk packages in the mail. Woohoo! I didn't get any books this week, I don't believe. I did, I don't remember. I've got some on my Kindle, but I haven't started reading them yet. KnitPicks makes me happy. Like I said, they're having a sale on all their wool yarn. And then I received from Betsy Q the sweetest little Just Because package. So sweet. And I love the card. I don't know how often I've mentioned on here, my husband is what I call a city shepherd. We don't live in the city, but when we first got engaged, he was living at Purdue in an old rundown sheep barn. He used to say he always lived with a harem of 300 women. Anyways, and after that, we've not really lived anywhere where we could have sheep. When the kids were in 4-H, the farmer that's behind us would let us use a little bit of his land to raise a couple sheep or a couple goats. But I've always called Randy my city shepherd. So when I saw the card and it had a lamb on it, and my husband just loved it, then I opened up the package, and inside the package there was a dishcloth. And I am in dire need of dishcloths. I kept that one because, so she said it was a Just Because, and I could keep her giveaway. But since we were in such a dire need of dishcloths, I said, we'll keep this one, or a washcloth. And then she made 2 double point needle holders. These are going in prize drawings. Who can ever have enough double pointed needle holders? And they are so cute. This one has, it looks like little butterflies on the outside, and on the inside, oops, I hadn't opened it because I didn't want to. I was afraid to tell you the truth. I don't like to worry about things like that. And inside it's like a pink design with snaps, so your double points aren't going to slip through. And this one has a pretty floral pattern, and inside, I'm not going to unsnap it, it's orange with gold flowers. So that'll be a prize for a drawing sometime. Yay! Thank you, Betsy. You are a sweetheart. I love you. And like I've always said, if anybody ever wants to donate prizes or whatever, I will not say no. I will not say no. No, no, no. Zero saying no. Oops. Okay, so as you guys know, I do watch Geek and Sundry through the Twitch channel. Well, on my husband's birthday, the 29th, was International Tabletop Day. And when my kids were growing up, whatever we could get together, because, when they got to be teenagers, it'd be hit and miss, or whenever, we just love to play games. Whether it's board games, cooperative games, and my daughter last year when I was out there in Tahoe, put together a Dungeons and Dragons game for me for my birthday. I love playing games, and so does my husband, and so do my kids, and so it was kind of cool to know that on their dad's birthday was International Tabletop Day. I told my daughter, I said, isn't that nice of them to do it on his birthday? So anyway, so on Geek and Sundry, on the 29th, they had a whole big tabletop day where they were showing different games, how you play them, and all this. Oh, it was fun. Sorry about that. I'm drinking my tea so that doesn't happen. As you know, my daughter does Beyond the Schoolyard. It's a little blog about theme-based activities that she gets together to meet state standards, like for preschool age, since her daughter is preschool age. And this past week, with it being International Tabletop Day, they centered their plan around tabletop games. So it was rather fun. Oh, shoot. I just remembered something. My granddaughter. I'm sorry. It's a granddaughter story because I thought it was cute. My daughter wanted to Skype me the other day, and I thought it was Genevieve because Genevieve's usually the one that wants to Skype me. But they got a package in the mail, and there was some like hunting decoy ducks, camouflage colored ducks, and all different kinds of things. And I said, "Are you sure your husband didn't order that?" She goes, "Well, he's not home right now." I said, "Oh." And I said, "So Genevieve, you don't want to play with the ducks?" And she goes, "I want princess ducks." So I told my husband, we have to find some princess duck bath toys. He goes, "What's a princess duck?" I said, "I think it's a duck with a crown on it." And my daughter says they're out there, so I'm assuming they are. And then yesterday, or day before, my daughter sent me a text saying, "I just have to tell you the bad news. Genevieve says only kids can sing." And then the next one says, "But she says you're a kid." I said, "Thank you." Gonna take a sip. Or a swallow, actually. Okay, book reviews. You know I do this. I do this because I have a book review blog called Reading, Writing, and So Much More. And I put my book reviews on there. And just in case somebody is wondering about a book that I've read, I put the reviews with a link on my show notes. I wish I had a cough drop or something a second. And then under the title of the book, I put a link to where you can find it on Amazon. And if you order it through Amazon, I get a couple pennies. Just like if you order through KnitPicks through my links, I get a couple pennies. Just got a little thingy up here. My daughter and I, a group of us, compete on Fitbit, and she's only 900 steps behind me. Just wait. I haven't started my exercises yet. Anyways, so the first book that I read, it was so funny because it's been a while since I'd requested this book. And I saw the title, I didn't look at the cover, and it says Monstrous Little Voices. And I'm thinking, what is this? I don't remember. And then I started reading it, and I realized I think there was 5 authors that got together and wrote a story that Shakespeare had never published. It has fairies in it. It has love in it. It has war in it. It has witches in it. It has magic in it. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It's called Monstrous Little Voices, like I said. And if you like Shakespeare, and as long as you're not too picky, I mean, it's not going to be precisely like Shakespeare, but 5 authors got together, and they brought this story together in such a way. Oh, I loved it. It was just so cool. Then in addition, I was reading something by Colleen Cable called Mermaid Moon. If you've never read Colleen Cable, but you do like Christian romances with just a little twist of suspense or mystery in it, Mermaid Moon is perfect because it's about this girl who had been away from home for many years. I want to say 15, but I don't know if that's right. While she was away, she had a daughter. Well, she comes back to her home when her father's been killed, or her father dies. And she had a suspicion that he was killed. And with the park ranger there, it's been confirmed that yes, he was killed. And so this is the whole story there. And oh, it was so good. Then I told you last week how I was reading A Fairy's Guide to Disaster. I finished it. It was so cute, except it left me wanting more. But that's okay. Good books should do that. I feel like when it's a good book, I feel like that I have invested myself into the story. And I have made friends with the people that I wanted to keep going and keep going. So anyways, those are the things I've been reading, watching, and listening to. I've also listened to some older Knitting Expat and Yarngasm. Oh, and Geeky Girls Knits. How could I forget them? But I haven't caught up yet. I'm rather behind, but that's okay. I will get there. I will get all caught up sooner or later. I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. If you want to see what kind of yarns are available in my Etsy store, I do have an updated list in Ravelry. Just feel free to go there. If you're interested in buying anything there, just leave me a note and I'll get back with you. Unless I have a sale, they're $20 per skein and then whatever shipping is. If you want to buy it through Etsy, you can do it that way too. Either way. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, it's an allergy sneeze. Okay. Otherwise, where can you find... Oh, no. Sorry, I'm winding it up too fast. As I mentioned earlier, we have a craft along for annual temperature Afghan, which finalizes January 5th of next year. But I also have one crafting for children or babies. And this one, you have another month yet to finish that up. And I've had some people say good because they're working on something, so yay. It can be, it doesn't have to be knit and crocheted. It could be sewn. It could be woven. It could be whatever, as long as it's something that you're making for a child or a baby. And then you just go over to the Ravelry page, the Ravelry page, Naturally Kim's Knitting Podcast, and you put a picture of it in there, and you tell me if it's your own pattern, or if you're using a pattern, what the name of the pattern is. The project could not have been started before, I'm into July today. I don't know why I keep wanting to say July. It could not have been started before April 1st, and it needs to be finished by the end of May. First prize will be a skein of my yarn. What I do is for every 10 entries, and it could be, one person could put 10 different things in there. And then from 10 to 20, for 1 to 10 items, I put one prize in. And that's I always put one of my skeins of yarn in. If we have 11 to 20, I will put another prize in. If we have 20 to 30, I'll put a third prize in. So that's the way it works. And what I will do is on the morning of June 1st, I will get up, I will lock that thread, and I will do the drawing, and I will let you guys know on the next podcast who the winner is. And then the winner has 2 weeks from that time, when it's actually published, to get in contact with me to let me know that, yeah, I saw it, okay. Now the annual temperature craft along is basically the same, except you have until January 5th to finish it. And I would like to see some progress pictures. So you could put in a picture for where you are now, and then say, in a month from now, if you want to show an update, you just go down there to where it says edit and put another picture in. Anyway, it's very easy and it's very fun. And I'm going to open up another thread in Ravelry, and I would like your honest opinions, because I I had mentioned earlier how I have one one new thing I really wanted to try this year, and that's knitting with beads. But I also have many, many, many knitting books. So I want to get your ideas, because June 1st, I will be starting a new craft along. Should we do something made with beads, or should we do knitting from a pattern from a book, or crafting a pattern from a book? Is it to be knitting, sewing, crocheting, whatever? I'm going to put open a thread, and I'm going to put beads or pattern from a book. And under there, please let me know what you want. And like in a week or so, I'm going to close that, and I'll see who the winner is as far as which one. And that will determine our next craft along. So I'm excited. Either way, because I always pick up these books knowing, oh, I have to love at least 2 patterns in a book in order to keep it. It might be a book I got for paperback swap, but once I get it, if there's not even 2 patterns in there, or there's only 1 pattern in there I like, I either repost it into paperback swap or I give it to the library. So, I have tons and tons of books because, very seldom do they have just one in there that I like. Okay, time to close this down because I am just being a chatty Cathy today. Where can you find me? Well, you can find me on Ravelry as Napier's Knits and as Naturally Kim's Knitting. You can find me in Etsy as Napier's Knits. In fact, I think if you just do a Google search for Napier's Knits, it will take you there, I think. Otherwise, if you go to Etsy, up in the little search box, if you put Napier's Knits, one word in there, it should take you to my store. Instagram, I'm knittin_Kim, and I'm sorry I've not been on there for a week or so. It just reminded me yesterday saying, you've got many people to look at. I'm sorry. Anyways, on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress, you can also find me as Naturally Kim's Knitting. So I think that's it for this week. I hope you guys' mistakes or errors are fewer than mine have been this past week. But if you do have them, I hope you're able to fix them easily, like I've been able to do. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderfully blessed week of crafting this week. And I love you. Big hugs. Love you. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.